Morning YouTube. Today I have a 2007 Subaru STI. Going to do a valve cover gasket. Not sure if the valve cover gasket leaking or just need to tie it up. But the person who owned this car, they purchased the valve cover gasket, so I'm going to replace that today. Okay? Because I'm going to remove this air box. If you prefer socket, that will be socket number 8. Okay, I'm going to take my ignition coil off first. Okay, good thing it's not too long. If it's long like the other kind of vehicle, then you can't really take this coils out because it's so tight to the wall. I just detached this hose right here. I think some leak from here too. Okay, this hose here got dry out. If I crack this, probably had to buy a new one because it's dry already. So probably had to buy this 2 hose. Okay, now I'm gonna take all this bolt out. To me, it doesn't seem like leaking that much, but I think the hose here is that cause leaking more than the gasket. So some people like to changing it. If you are checking these 2 holes right here to make sure is the hose or the gasket. If leak from the bottom, yes, the gasket, but leak from the top here, so that means it's not the gasket. The one on the bottom here, I would say if you have big hand, you know, you probably can't get through because see how tight it is. My hand is small, but I think you can get from the bottom to here because the bottom probably closer to this bolt than the top here, but I can get my hand into it, so that's why I didn't go to the bottom. With this extra long like this, it's working pretty good, you know. Let's see, I can pry it to see if I can get it out. There you go. I know that it's very tight. Make sure you put something down there to catch the oil because it drip. Okay? It drip from the cover here. See that? Ooh. Little tiny valve cover. It's pretty soft. So if this thing hard, then I would say the gasket. But this thing here is pretty soft, so nothing wrong with it. On this side, I'm going to leave it right here because I need to take the other side out too. And the hose that go right here on the other side need to be replaced. So I need to take the other one out so they can take to match it. I cut some of this and I will use this to clean down there. But make sure there's no metal shed on this fall in there. Make sure you clean it like this, okay? And then use this to clean along with it the old silicone or whatever on the valve cover area. Okay, this is how I do it. You can use a razor blade. Okay, I'm going to use razor blade too, because some of the silicone that go right here, it can't clean by this right here. So now I'll clean all the silicones out. The only thing left is to clean all the grease or oils that's sticking to it. You can use any other cleaner. I use a cart cleaner because they dry faster and they can get rid of those oils, sticky oils better. Maybe some other stuff that you can clean better than this, but okay. To prep on this is very important. If you don't clean all the old silicone and you don't take everything out, like oil that in here or the old silicones out, then you may have a problem leak again, because this cylinder head is a sideway, you know. So very important to clean it out. Okay, not just clean the inside, but you have to clean this one too. Because if you don't clean this side good, then this side will cause oil also leaking too. And okay, the most important is the line here. Make sure inside here is dry out without grease or oils inside here. The inside here is not important, but the line only. Okay. If you have air to blow, will be plus. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. As long as you dry it out, it should be good. This is part number for passenger side, and this is from Subaru. Okay, I didn't purchase, so I don't know how much it costs. Okay, and they are different part, and I believe this is the driver side one. Okay, the middle one is all the same one. It doesn't matter which one, which side. Okay, and they do have two of this, so you need to buy 4 if you do 4. Okay, so after I clean it, just snap inside here. In case if it doesn't stay here, then you put silicone to hold it. But I think it sit pretty good, so I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to silicone the head only. Okay, I use this new. This is IC new one, but the ultra black is good already, and I found that this is optimum black. It's a high flex one, and I been using it. It's good, but the ultra black is good already. Normally you don't really find this one, and I found this one at one of our local store, and I bought it, try it out, and tend to holding pretty good. And I'm going to put some silicone right there with the like a L right here, and there's another one down here at the bottom. Okay, on this one right here, they kind of put a lot of silicones everywhere, and I'm not sure why, but I probably have to do the same thing. If I don't, maybe it will leak, so maybe that's how they do it. I'm not sure. I'm going to put all the way to the bottom here. Make sure no oils in the bottom. Make sure you clean real good. Actually, if you don't clean real good, this can cause the silicone or the gasket slip. When it slips, then you have problem. Okay, and make sure you don't losing the slip the valve covers gasket off. In case you slip off, then you will have trouble. This is so for the bottom one here, I use 2 fingers turning like this, okay, because not much room in all in down here. If you go to the bottom, maybe, but on the top here doesn't have a lot. So when it's too tight, I will use my wrench with my finger holding it. I'm going to slowly turn like this. Okay. On this right here, you can do a crisscross. Okay. And up and down to get it evenly, go in. So I did not show how you do it, but like I said, don't tight too over tight. You may break your bolt, okay? Okay, there. A little bit tricky to go inside. Okay, that's the vacuum hose in case you want it. That's a part number, and this is the big one. Okay, that's his part number. There. The passenger side is done. So let me tackle this side. This side a little bit harder, because it's a more removing part than the other side. Okay, but it won't be too bad. Because about the same room, just this side is a lot more moving. This right here, this is 10 millimeter. Let me see, I can open this right here. Like that. Slide this. See that? They have this way so you can pop that. Okay. Now, let me slide this. And the procedure is the same on the other side. So I'm going to pop this out too. Okay, this side is still good, but bought a new one already. And not just that, the top part right here, see that? The part right there is cracked. See that? Okay, so this one's cracked on the top, so I will replace them anyway because they bought a new one already. I'm gonna pull up. See that? Kind of hard when you don't have a push tool, and this is probably cannot reuse it. So to remove the inner coil, just remove this 2 bolt and the other bolt on the other side. Take out this right here. If you don't changing this hose, you don't have to remove this right here. I'm doing this because I buy a new hose and I put a new hose in all the way down here. Good thing it's not hard to move this thing here, because this one's cracked already too. See that? There's a bracket next to the oil filler, but for me I think to remove this is not hard. Only 2 bolts holding this thing here. Just pull it out like that, so I can check the O-ring too to see if it's good or not. Sometimes it leaks from here too. Now as you can see, everything's clear right here. Not so tight. You don't have to be that much tight on this ignition coil bolt. Oh, you know, this probably like 10 pounds only. Why you use like 30-40 pounds on this? That is not going anywhere. But some people, they don't know how tight it is. And this side you can go under the bottom. Is a lot more room in the bottom. They don't have the drain tray to block in the bottom one, so you can I got all the bolt out already, and just pry this right here in the top. Remember that you have to use something pan to catch the bottom one, okay? Because the oil will drip. This car has been parked here overnight already, and I know all the oil is dripping to the floor, the bottom pans. Okay, this side is pretty easy too. Just pull like this, and it just came off. Okay, it's not hard at all. The only thing the different is this wire right here is on the way. Silicones, I'm not sure that why it still leak. Okay, and I don't see any damage on this silicone at all, so I'm not sure why it's leaking. Maybe the leak is not from here, it could be from somewhere else, I'm not sure. Okay, on this side here, I'm not going to show you how to do it because the other side already done it, and this side pretty much just do the same thing the other side. And the only thing on this side I have to do is when I'm changing that, I have to remove the inner cool, that's all. Other than that, this side moving this pump right here and the battery, and you got plenty of room just like the other side. It's nothing hard at all. Okay, and that's it for this vehicle. I think I will film it when I get everything done. So on the big hole is this part number right here. The small hole, forgot which one now because I think I record already, but in case you want it, probably have to look through those 2 numbers. They should part out too. So this is your part number right here. The car's done, so you have to go under the bottom to check to see any leak. You know, sometimes in case the gasket is flipped, you know, if the gasket is flipped, then the car's leaking. So just go back in the bottom and check to see any leaking. Okay, as you can see here, there's no leaking at all. Okay, so it's good. This side cannot see it, you know, but those are the old drip from when I clean it, and that's nothing. And if a drip, it should come in from here, but I don't see nothing from here either, so it should be good. Okay, the job's done, and as you can see, there's no leak after the gasket was replaced. So if anything else leak, it could be from something else from this point. So sometimes it's leaking is you have to do step-by-step repair. And on this right here, they was told me to do the valve cover. So you know, I assuming that they already know what causing valve cover leaking. But my opinion on this, like I told him that, okay, maybe not a valve cover gasket, you know, because another Subaru like similar to this have leak and it's not from the valve cover. And on this right here, when I see the valve cover very healthy, and I pretty sure that maybe not the valve cover, but at this point it's not leaking no more. So hey, this video is about doing valve cover, not about leaking. And thank you for watching, and please help me subscribe. Okay, see you guys next Subaru. Bye bye now.